Hello everyone, welcome to the SketchUp studio. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how we can create a realistic render from this kitchen design in SketchUp. Also, we have the living room in here, so it depends on you how you want to work with it. I prefer to use some camera angle which covers both of them. So I'm going to press F on my keyboard. I'm going to click on the visual setting and I want to reset my field of view only for now. And now I'm going to click on the create view in here. I want to turn off the sun position. I don't want to use Enscape Sun, and I want to unlink any type of preset that I have in my project. So I'm going to a little bit backward, some angle like this. Okay, I think this one is good. And also I'm going to switch pitch number to the 0 at the yaw is about 41.3. There's XYZ, the Y is your eye height in Enscape environment. I'm going to put it on 1.4. Also the Z is about negative 3.4 and the X is about 6.5. So everything is done for now on here, and I want to rename this camera to the camera number 2. And I'm going to click on the create in here. Okay, I'm going to click on the camera number 2 and I want to minimize Enscape at the right side, SketchUp in the left side, like that. Click on the visual setting, put it to the left side. Materials set for now, so I don't want to change them so much. But now I want to talk about HDRI light and sunlight in Enscape. First of all, I'm going to talk about the sunlight. When you click on the sky in here, there's a source option, which is the skybox. If you switch it to the white ground or white cubes or something like that, you will see that there's a clouds setting will be available for you. So in this case, Enscape will use Sun Enscape as the lighting source. So I'm gonna hold Shift and RMB and change the time of the day like that, very simple, to the evening or to the morning. It depends on how you want to work with it. For example, something like that can be really wonderful for my project. The clock is about 7:40 a.m. And if you hold Ctrl plus UNI, you can change the solar angle very simple and easy in your Enscape environment. Something like that can be interesting, but I prefer to make it more to the kitchen side, like that, something like this. And when you try to set the lighting, click on the visual setting, go to the main bar and increase the rendering quality to the high mode, because in the medium mode, some lightings calculation are totally different with the high mode. So look at the render at the right side. If I increase it from the medium to the high mode, you can see lighting calculation will be totally different for now. So try to set your lighting on the rendering quality on high mode. It helps you to generate accurate lighting calculation. So in the skybox, if I hold Ctrl plus UNI, you can see what will happen. There's the lighting changes for our project. Also, I can change the time of the day, something like this. Okay. And there's options like the clouds, which about density, variety, and size amount. If I turn off the clouds option in here, also density, and also turn off the variety, and also turn off the size amount, we will have a very clear sun lighting system in our interior design. Also, controls are not so effective. And in this situation, also the weather outside is totally clear without any clouds. And when I increase the density like that, and also increase the variety, and also increase the size amount, you can see that outside will be cloudy. So we don't have any sun inside of our project. So it depends on how you want to work with these options. For now, I prefer to use some realistic numbers for my project like this, and you can play with the rotation, but it's not so effective because your source is white grounds. If you change it to the white cubes and play with the rotation, you can find it out. It can affect your interior lighting in some special angles, but it is not so visible. So I'm going to put it on the 120, something like this. And this is the sun in your environment. So if you could look at the atmosphere and reduce the sun brightness, something like that, you can see you have a very relaxed and normal sunlight in your interior design. Also, it helps you to provide a more realistic materials and textures about your project. So if we put it on the 6%, something like that will happen, and I think it is more realistic than the other times. But if you reset your sun brightness to the 80%, absolutely, this is the screen that you have in your project. For me, 11 is enough. And shadow sharpness, if I increase it, we will have a very hard shadows in our environment, and if I decrease it, this is the shadows that we have. I prefer to use it on the turn off mode. Artificial light brightness, not so important right now because all the lights come from outside are acceptable, and I don't want to use any type of IES profiles or something like that for my project. In the image bar, I can turn on the auto contrast for automatic calculation, and for now everything is done. You can render this image, so I'm going to click on the screenshot in here and save my project on my desktop. I'm going to name it render with sunlight and press save. It takes a little bit of time, and Enscape will render this project for you very simple and easy. Also, you can see the result. It is realistic and acceptable. But I want to test something more, and I want to see how it works with the sun, which come from another HDRI, which we manually imported in our project. So, first of all, how we can add HDRIs in our project. Look at the outside of the window. There's a white cubes, like the simulation of city context. But if I click on the visual setting and go to the skybox, change the source to the skybox again, and click on this folder icon in here, I can add my HDRI from different places. So I added before, it's the Golden Gate Hills 4K, which I downloaded from the one of the websites which related to the HDRI. So in this case, if you turn on the brightest point as sun direction, the Enscape Sun will be totally turned off, and your environment will be work with the sun, which is set in your HDRI image. So if you play with the rotation, you can see there's some changes at first in the outside. Your panoramic HDRI image will be rotate for you, very simple. And also you can see the sun movement in your area and environment. It depends on you how you want to work with it. For example, something like this, for example. I'm going to put it on the 244, and also you can increase the brightness from the 15,000 LUX to the 16,000 LUX. In the atmosphere, if you reset the sun brightness, also it affects the sun in your HDRI, so you can play with it very simple. And if I hold shift and RMB in Enscape, you see nothing happens because we follow the HDRI. Also, if I hold Ctrl plus U and I, nothing happens. The solar angle, the solar direction, all of them will be turned off, and your lighting will only follow the HDRI light source. So it's done for me. I'm going to reduce the sun brightness to the 56%, and in the skybox I'm going to rotate it a little bit more to see what exactly will goes on. Something like this can be interesting, or something like this one. Also, I can go to the atmosphere, and this time I can increase the shadow sharpness to the 34 or something like this. And in the main bar, I can play with the exposure like that. It depends on you. For this project, 74% is enough. and also a little bit zoom can be interesting. Everything is done. You can click on the screenshot, save it on your desktop. This time I'm going to type render with HDRI Sun, and I'm going to click on the save option in here. Okay, Enscape will take this render for us, and it's very simple. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If this tutorial is really useful for you, please like and subscribe our YouTube channel. Thanks for your valuable time. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.